Greetings and salutations, everybody. We are back with more Dungeons & Dragons Land of the Shattered Star campaign. Huzzah!
Hooray!
When we last left our motley crew of adventurers, things were looking great. Nothing at all bad was about to happen.
Things are a little Johnny Cash in here.
Yeah, a little bit. You could argue that, yeah. So you were investigating. You'd gone up north to a ruined mages college because you were under the impression, due to information you'd found at the Temple Mortis, that there was likely to be an artifact there you could recover to help repower the defensive magics around the Temple of Mortis. Because it would be not the best thing ever if the temple were to fall, especially into the hands of like an undead army.
Be potentially bad, yeah.
Yeah, it could be not. It could be less than optimal. So, you found when you got there that there was an active cult of the former, long dead god of fire, Pyros, the smoldering gaze.
Mm-hmm.
You dealt with a group of occultists and some little elementals, and you were told that if you wanted to see the truth and the truth of the existence of Pyros, just go to the vault. And you went to the vault, and you found what looked like an intact mid-sized gate, a bunch of notes on research and such that was going on at this college, a large chunk of which had to do with the gate. Sito found a crystal thing that had a crystal sort of slate that seemed to dump, that apparently, according at least, no one else knows this, but it seems to have dumped a lot of info into her brain directly. Huzzah.
I comprehend.
Sort of.
Skillsoft.
Yeah, you kinda.
Yeah, you got the Skillsoft downloaded in, but you don't have the OS to run it.
That
Working on it.
You're sort of in a little bit of a Johnny Mnemonic situation.
Listen, I'm just saying. This would not be the first time that I have played a mermaid who has software in her head. Okay.
Fair enough.
Evidently, when I play a mermaid, things go wild.
Also, there seems to be some sort of eminent presence around that has been influencing Glix, although no one's really noticed that yet.
Tito has noticed that he's been moving off. She's not like overly concerned about it. Like, this is Glix. He'll solve himself one way or another.
All right.
I'm just saying, like, we probably shouldn't loot this place. It'd be disrespectful.
Okay, now something's wrong.
Yeah, seriously.
But as this was all going on, Kalia decided to do a little bit of fire gazing, see if she could do what happened with the campfire previously, and got a little bit of warning that something was coming. And then, poof, a giant fire elemental salamander, which seemed to have this weird sort of overlay sort of effect over it, kinda, that gave off the impression that it was Pyros.
Oh no, it has particle effects. Shit.
Kinda. Also, in 4 of the little circles on the ground, 4 little winged fiery things appeared. Little winged fire elementals. I need to get one more thing up and running that I almost forgot. Let me... first things first, let us clear the initiative tracker.
Do we need a roll initiative?
I mean, you could sit there and let them attack you.
Stand there and just let them wail on you.
Let's all have
No.
a nice
I mean,
cup of tea.
I'll just take turns outside of initiatives. All I'm saying that's how things work, right?
Oh God, no sketch. We're not playing Hackmaster.
Wow.
Good job picking up on that, Peter.
I'm like, wait. I know what Sketch is referencing.
I know your game, fucker.
I've read your book, or I've read someone else's book. All right.
Read a book.
Shall we roll initiative now? As the
You should roll your initiative. Yes, I'm just getting info up for my stuff.
God damn it! I only rolled a 20.
Ooh. I'm not doing too good this time.
Oh, nicely done, Glix.
Glix, do you want to be first? Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Hang on.
I rolled less than amazing, but not terribly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kalia.
It was actually the one I rolled previously.
Okay, it's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, probably won't make much of a difference, but.
All right.
So what was that, Eric?
You go ahead first.
Cool.
Glix has a box.
Wow, that was a terrible roll for the Mephits.
I'm okay with this.
They rolled really badly. I'm impressed. Okay, that is less terrible.
Salamander is better. Yeah.
And now we sort and swap those two. All right, I just double check my. I just got to double check my notes on the baddies.
Question.
Yes.
I forget. Is this the point where I get the thing, or is that
when you level?
When I level? Okay, so I don't need to worry about that right now.
Yep.
All right. Let me switch myself to Cameron real quick here. Okay, good. All right. Anyways, all right. Fight breaks out. Cameron's just like, well, at least these books are
Blasphemers!
What? Wait, can you say that again? Oh, blasphemers. Okay. No blasphemy is being committed here. Just
Blasted nothing.
I mean, you want me to listen? Okay, you want me to start blasting? I can. And so
we just got here. We haven't had time to commit blasphemy.
Okay, so Cameron is going to
smite the intruders.
Oh, okay. Now you got us. But we were invited. Anyways, Cameron's going to pull out his firearm.
I mean, technically true. Yes, you were.
He is going to target this method over here.
Okay.
And while invoking tactical positioning, so that Glix can make a reaction to move 5 feet before or after the attack, and as a reaction. So we'll just pull a shot off there. 18.
That will definitely hit.
All right, that will do 9 piercing. Glix, you can use a reaction to move 5 feet in any direction without provoking an opportunity attack.
Close.
I have a plan.
Oh, good. I'm glad you have a plan. Well done, Skitch. Well done,
right,
Cameron. You badly wounded the fire method.
All right. Well, it gives us an idea how much health they have, too. All right.
Oh, God. I could do something really awful.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can, Peter.
Pretty sure you will.
Do your worst or best, however you want to frame it.
Considering where I'm standing, I would ask you to refrain from making such declarations at this time.
Oh, I just looked at the method and looked at one of their abilities, and I'm like, oh Jesus, fuck.
Yeah, see, the methods are not anywhere near you, so you don't have to worry about that part at least.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Fair enough. At any rate, that is it for Cameron, I take it.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for now.
Glix, what are you doing?
All right. We will hexify the Memphit next to Ingir here.
Okay. It is.
And one.
It will be hexified in a moment. It is hexified.
Hey, stab.
Hang on, before I forget, I just forgot to do one thing. There we go.
I guess we'll hexify Khan for whatever reason.
Okay, Khan is hexified. A 26 will hit.
Yeah, I was hitting with the cleaver. I just hit the wrong thing. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's
same
the same
damage
bonus.
though because it's one-handed. Yeah.
I don't see the damage.
Yeah,
Okay, there we
8
go.
slashing.
Plus.
There's the D6 from hexifying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh dear lord. Max damage on the hex. All right. Well.
Oh.
I took care of that one.
Yes. However.
I knew it.
They also explode.
Gonna explode.
It explodes in a fiery burst. Each creature within 5 feet
What
must
is
make
it
it.
with fire elementals and exploding with you, Mecha?
This is not me. This is entirely the actual official stat line for the damn things. Blame me not. DC 11 dex save for half damage.
DC 11.
Oh, failed that one.
All right, Injure crits his save, and therefore only takes 5. Glix takes the full 10.
10?
Yes.
Ow.
Skaboom! All right.
And the rest of my movement. Burp.
Fair enough. All right, the deific fragment of flame goes. All right, what is it going to do?
It bound in its magic circle.
Oh, it very much is not.
No goody.
Well, someone forgot to write those runes on the circle. Bunch of dumbass nerds forgetting the important part.
This was not supposed to be. I'll put it this way. Remember, kids. This is not a demon being summoned or anything like this.
Oh, it's not. Oh, what's the problem then?
See, I wasn't thinking in terms of that. I was mostly just thinking of like, oh, maybe this is just like the spot where it's actually capable of manifesting and it can't do so outside of it. Well, I had wishful thinking.
You did. I am really sorry, Sito.
You're holding the cookie, and you're in front of the thing.
You're also in melee range.
Really? From over here? Reach bastard has reach.
Oh, because it's
Excellent.
big. It's got reach 10 feet. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Oh boy.
That thing's taking up 9 squares. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's huge. It is bigger than a normal
harder for
salamander.
a one-time shield spell.
All right. So first off, it lashes out with its tail.
You know, this isn't how I prefer to get tail.
Fair.
Hey.
A 20, I assume, hits you.
Maybe.
All right. Well, take a lot of damage.
Oh dear.
Take
That's
21
damage
total. 11 bludgeoning, 10 fire.
Oh dear God! It does both. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Well, I'm at 10.
Yep. And you are grappled.
Oh goody.
And then it is going to look over. It glares over at Kalia.
Okay.
And manifests a flaming spear in its hand and flings it at you.
Okay.
No, she's cool. She's with us.
All right.
And misses.
Yep.
A 14 misses. The spear thuds into the wall behind you and then flies back to his hand.
I'm glad that went in your direction because a 14 would not have missed me.
Well, there is a disciple of Mortis here that he is that. Traitor! Traitor! And that is this. That is the deific fragment of flames.
You couldn't have noticed her earlier.
It wasn't.
Hey.
She wasn't in reach of the tail grab.
Hey, the 20 would have hit me too.
By the way, Cameron's also in reach. You know.
You are correct, actually, Skitch. But you are also there. There are other reasons on top of that. But that is it for Sito. It is your turn.
It's a thing.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
You could grapple him with your tail. You could have a tail off.
That'll go swimmingly, I'm sure.
It's probably
Wow,
not
I just reread the rules on this thing, and I am highly amused by a rules interaction that's happening.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's good for you.
Okay.
It is very good for Sito specifically.
Oh.
I could interpret the logical implications of what's going on and have the bad thing happen anyways, but I'm not going to. because I don't think Sito needs free damage happening to her constantly.
Yeah,
'cause
not
she'd be on
especially, no.
fire. Yeah, okay.
Long story short, it's got a bit of a fiery aura around it.
Of
Yeah, I
course
don't
it
want to
does.
step next to it.
Poor Injir. He's gonna be on fire next turn.
Better on fire next turn than,
On fire
toast
now.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not have a crap load of options here. This is pretty much worst case scenario for Sito in any respect.
I know. That's why I said I'm sorry.
It's you said I'm grabbed.
You are grappled, yes. It means you're immobilized. That's all.
Right, yeah, I get that part. It's like a athletics check or some shit to get out of that, right?
Yeah, basically.
It's an escape save, so that would be.
It is an athletics check DC 14 to escape. Yes.
That thing I don't have.
Yeah, and your strength isn't very good.
No,
Yeah.
it's my dump stat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd both be screwed by this.
You can teleport.
This is because I am adorable.
Right, that's why.
If you push someone, if
All
you
right,
push
you
someone
know
away,
what?
can they maintain a grapple?
You know what? Fine. You want to come over here and try to assert your authority over me? Say you're so fucking great. Well, then fine. Show me how great you are. You burnt out ember of a husk.
Ooh.
Suspicious mockery.
All right, DC 14 Wisdom save. Amazingly, this thing's wisdom isn't very high.
Huh.
I mean, it's not low either. It's just... Oh, it fails.
Good.
Yay!
All right, so it takes 2 psychic
Disadvantage on your
damage.
next attack.
And while I'm kind of at this, just going to quietly give myself a word of encouragement over here.
That is totally fair. You are less dead.
This is basically the best thing I could do. Take it away.
Injir, you're up.
Sito just looks into the mirror and gives a self-love affirmation.
Gosh darn it, people like you.
Pretty much. All right. So Injir is going to go behind
Okay.
the salamander. Is this going to? Give me
You do not have
advantage?
advantage at the moment. No, because no one actually attack in. No one's adjacent to it right now.
Yes, Sito would actually need to be right next to it.
Yes.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay, so I really only have one good option here, and that's to go in just full on swinging. So here's the first one.
If you're gonna do breath shit, use cold.
Don't
Alright.
need to do breath stuff. I can just do punches that are.
All right, so you hit that. The 26 will absolutely hit.
That's encouraging.
Okay, that's an 8.
I mean, it's got
Alright.
pretty good armor class, but it's not the. Oh, wrong. That's the wrong one. Yeah, its armor class is decent, but not amazing. So
Alright.
it takes 8 damage.
I have to announce my flurry of strikes now.
Yes, you do.
What I'm doing. So there's my first unarmed attack. That is
Okay.
cold.
All right, so you're doing cold damage now. Okay, 23 will also hit.
And I need to do.
One more, right?
Yes, but I have a flurry of blows button.
Aha, 15 will also hit.
Oh.
That is also cold.
All right, so it is in fact you are correct. It is vulnerable to cold.
No,
So
Hooray.
that is what? Is that double damage?
Yes.
Yes, vulnerable is double damage.
Okay, so that is an additional
24 points
24.
to it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Injure
So
just
at
did a
30
lot to it.
At 32 damage.
All right, so that is 15. Ow. 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 Okay, Injure. 2 things. When you hit it with the hammer, take 5 fire damage.
All
It's
right.
metal.
This magical metal, though. You said 5?
5 fire damage.
All right.
I mean, honestly, you hit it with a melee attack or touched it. You take 5 fire damage.
Okay.
Um.
Is that per attack? Or
No.
is that just per round?
It's did it at all.
Oh man, you just pounded on the guy with thorn mail.
It's not that bad.
Ow! Ow! Why is this hurting?
All right. On top of that, are you done now?
That what can I do for a bonus action? No, that was my bonus action. So
Yeah, your bonus action was to do
All right.
flurry of blows.
You end your turn adjacent to it. Yeah,
I could. Well, if I moved, it would have the option of doing.
Take an additional 3 fire damage.
For future reference, if I am behind an enemy, does it get an option to do an attack of opportunity if I leave it at an adjacent square?
Generally,
Behind.
it depends entirely. But
And,
yes,
like,
usually.
Yeah, like
Usually
it's
creatures
like-
don't really have facing per se.
Yeah, facing isn't a concept in 5th edition.
Yep.
It's
All
just
right.
simply being in proximity and leaving threat is the big thing when it comes to opportunity attacks.
Yep.
All right,
Kalia.
that's good to know.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, someone's got to do it. So, to begin with, I'll try and finish off the method in front of me.
Sure.
So we'll just see if I can do that. Hata.
You hit.
14 to hit. Okay.
It dies.
Okay.
It's at 2 hit points.
Cool.
It explodes.
Cool. Dex save, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Oh, excellent. Cool. You
Wait,
take
That's
half
the most
damage. Take,
dexterous I've ever taken.
take 3 fire damage.
I'm motivated right now, I'm guessing.
Sure.
I
Dead fire
appreciate
method.
that motivation in this moment.
All right.
Damn.
I think that I know what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably not actually going to be great for me, but for the sake of helping out, I'm going to step into here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my bonus action. This won't actually help me.
Right.
Probably long term even. But I'm going to use my Channel Divinity, which is Vow of Enmity. I
Okay.
choose a creature I can see within 10 feet of me and gain an advantage on attack rolls against it for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 hit points or falls unconscious. I choose Deific Fragment of Flame.
I'm shocked. Shocked to hear you doing
No.
that.
Basically, I step between it and Sito, and I hold up my axe, and the holy will of Mortis glows around me.
All right.
I can't get another attack off, but that's what I've got going.
Yeah,
It
you're
hiss-
just getting right in there and going, pay attention to me.
I'm the tank!
You hear a howl of rage from the deific from the salamander, which you also sort of hear, sort of almost like while you hear the salamander hiss and roar in rage, you also hear what sounds like sort of an echoey voice howling, traitor, betrayer, I shall smite your champion.
This is cool.
Come on, guys. Let's just,
Turn to the fire
Let's see what-
methods.
let's
All
hear
right.
what this guy has to say. I think he's making some good points.
All right, fire method number 1 will attack. This fire method will attack Cameron because it's right next to him.
Sure, go for it.
Can it do something clever? Actually,
Yeah, try it.
actually, it can. Oh my god, I didn't
Fuck
realize it
around.
had that.
Come on, why don't you fuck around and find out, little Mephit, huh?
Doop doop.
If
Over
I
there.
taunt it, it'll make it less likely to hit, right?
It breathes a 15-foot cone of fire.
Nope, don't like that.
Well, you're not in it. Like you're just
I
outside.
still
15
don't like it.
So-
And,
Injir and Cameron,
what is the fire?
it's breathing fire at you two. 15-foot cone.
15 won't reach.
Oh,
Injir
Injir's
in that
20.
position.
Sorry, I'm correct. You are
Yep.
correct.
Sounds-
In that case, is it
So-
worth doing that? I'm double checking the. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's still worth breathing because it's more damage than its claws do.
All right.
So-
Dex save.
Yep, DC 11 deck save for half.
Question: how are you doing the fire?
It just does.
No, like what direction?
Towards you.
Injure. Towards Injure.
You're out of the
Okay,
range,
so-
though.
Okay, so let's just say, well, why isn't it?
It's 15 foot. So Cameron's at 5 feet.
Yep.
The circle next to him is 10.
That's not
Yeah.
15.
Yeah,
What's-
it's
is it-
15 15
What are you,
gonna
what are you
reach
asking, Ash?
Is
Yeah.
it going to hit the DFX?
It won't matter.
flame?
It's immune to
It
fire.
won't matter. It's immune to fire.
Okay, I don't know that for sure.
Well, I'm telling you.
No. Ash, once you asked the question, I understood exactly why you were double checking.
Yeah, I misunderstood. You are correct.
Yeah.
It should be. It would hit the DFX fragment frame, but it does not care.
Okay.
It might care if it absorbs fire.
It does not
Wait,
absorb
that-
fire. It is
Oh
only,
my god, that would be so much more annoying.
That would be a
Damage-
valid concern.
Damage absorption like that doesn't exist in 5th edition, as far as I know.
I would have considered giving it to like a more powerful sort of, if it was like
Yeah.
the actual god of fire, maybe.
Yeah. That'd be so
anyway.
annoying. Every time one of its minions does an AoE burst, it also heals the bad boss.
That
Oh
sounds
my
like
yeah.
synergy.
Welcome
That
to a
sounds-
raid
that
fight.
sounds-
That's actually something that Minions of Dragons can do inside a Dragon Lair in 5th edition.
Oh, cool.
Anytime a minion dies, the dragon can take its life essence.
Right. But in any case,
Anyway.
Anyways, yes.
that's all it does.
That's all it does this turn, yes, because so you take 3 fire.
Yeah, sure. Next. What about
Next
your- what
is
about
the
your
other
buddy
fire
over there?
method, and I'm debating whether it's going to do the really awful thing, and it probably should.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, once per day, it'll cast its once per day spell.
Oh god, is it gonna fireball us?
Oh.
Oh! Oh no! No!
Yeah, I had a feeling this was gonna come.
Kalia,
Yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry, Galia.
your armor starts getting hot.
That's fine.
Oh.
It casts heat metal on your armor.
It lasts until it's killed. Cool. All right. Fine.
Yep.
Well,
Take-
it didn't roll great damage.
No, it didn't. It rolled a little bit below average. So yes, your armor starts heating up. It hurts.
That's fine.
All right, and that is the Mephit's turn. Technically, it could fly somewhere, but it's not going. It's going to chill there. It cackles a little bit. Cameron, it's your turn.
Anyone smell bacon?
All right. let's
Damn
see
it, Kirk.
here. I'm going to let's see here. Cameron's going to. All right, let me think here. I think of the best way for Cameron to position himself in all of this. He is going to he's going to target this Mephit and Glix, and basically this is going to be the unbalanced foe. If Cameron hits, then Glix will get a bonus to attack rolls against this target
Okay.
equal to Cameron's int. Cameron misses on with a 12, I'm going to assume.
No, you hit.
Okay.
Oh, excellent.
So
Their
yeah,
armor
Glix
class
gets
is
a
not
plus-
the mighty.
All right, that's 7 piercing damage on that Mephit, and
the one
Cameron's
that
like,
the one that casts heat metal.
yes.
Okay.
And Cameron's like, Glix, take care of that one quick. And
Alright.
then Cameron's going to then follow up by lining up a shot on the fragment, a
Mhm.
flame. This time doing this one will be defensive command targeting Cedo. So
Okay.
if Cameron hits with this shot, then Cedo, this action surging, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that will miss.
That will miss. Yes.
So, Cameron's trying to give Cedo like a little extra defensive thing, since the fragment is going to have disadvantage on its attack.
Yep.
It was trying to further disincentivize it from doing anything else. At which point
It was a good plan.
At this point, Cameron will stay put to keep this. Actually, he will stay put with this Mephit.
Okay.
That's on him,
Sure.
and allow Glix to take out the other one safely.
All right, Glix, it is your turn.
All right, we'll slide the hex onto the far Mephit there, the one unengaged. And unfortunately, I've recently figured out that I can't change my weapon as a free action. It takes a whole action
It sure does.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast that fire method.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit. That kills it.
I think it probably just kills it.
Oh,
I don't need to worry about the hex.
Is that max damage on that roll practically?
No,
no, that's slightly above average.
Speaking
Yeah,
of,
that's right. That's right. Because you actually have agonizing blast. Shit.
that'll be changing when next level actually. Because I
speaking
hardly
of
ever
which,
use Eldritch Blast with this build.
can you still move your hex to another target?
No.
It takes a bonus action, so no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, before I forget, you moved it to there. All right. All right. I take it that's it for you, Glix?
Feel free to. Yeah, it's like feel free to position as needed, Glix, but good work.
All right.
I think I have a plan.
The epic fragment of flame goes. All right. What is it going to do this turn? All right. It is going to pivot and swing its tail, holding Sito, into Injir. And will make a spear attack against Kalia.
I attack
So
it.
I'm going for a ride then.
Womp.
Whee!
Hold on. I attack it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So it says in the description of the heat metal, if the creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. Obviously, I'm wearing the armor, so I can't do
Right.
that. If
Right.
it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
Well, the heat metal's
It's
gone away.
I killed the method.
Yeah, they eliminated the source of the problem.
Okay, if you want to call it that, then all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have advantages on this Sentinel attack, so let's do it. Wapwa!
Sadly, a 10 does not hit.
That's some
Ooh.
bad rolls. Okay.
That is, some garbage.
Whoomp.
3 and 5. Jesus. All right.
Tail attack roll on Injir. Sito, I'm going to let you know this. You are not taking the full damage from this.
Oh, good.
Since you are the weapon.
Yeah, you're merely taking the fire damage, and you are no longer grabbed.
All right,
that
17
that
is
he's hitting a
just enough to
motherfucker
hit.
with another motherfucker.
Yes, he is.
All right, 17 is just enough to hit, so that's 15.
Take 15, and you are grabbed.
I can't click on my. Oh, I don't want.
It's a long ass tail.
Yeah. Well, it pivoted.
He's pretty much like
he spun
there's a
around
lot
in
of
place,
tail.
basically. And now he's facing you,
Right.
and he attempts to stab you with the spear.
Okay.
Oh, he's going to stab and shear the spear as well.
No, he's stabbing
Kalia.
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 Oh, yeah, the
Holly's
spear.
going to tap the spear. You already got attacked.
13 will miss you.
Yeah, good. 'Cause
Yeah, because that would have sucked.
that would hurt.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. Unfortunately for the deific fragment of flames, it missed.
A much less impressive showing this time around.
Yeah. Well, it missed the spear last time, too. Anyway, Sito, it is your turn.
Right. Okay. Why is my health at 10? I only took 6 damage. I should be at 13.
That sounds right, yeah.
All right. So, so the tail attack was at Injure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shear's at
So that was
3.
the first attack it did. It had disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, you are
should've had
correct,
disadvantage on that
actually.
attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
okay.
roll that again. I forgot. That's my bad. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, we'll take that 17, I guess.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's 17.
All right. So,
tried.
yeah, it doesn't change the damage done. Just no. That was a good reminder word. I forgot. That's my bad.
All good.
I should put like a marker on to mention to note that it was mocked. Anyways, it was your turn.
Right. I try to zoom in to look at health bars because Injures is hidden.
It is.
Well, okay, it's not that it's hidden; it's obfuscated.
Yeah, by the name there. Yeah, how are you feeling, Injir?
I believe Injur's at 3.
Injure just like screaming at like draconic rage at this point as he's being held in the tail.
I don't think you're being held by the tail, are you?
Oh no, he's grabbed now.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Injir's grabbed now. and
You are no
you're
longer
not-
grabbed.
You're not.
Well, I'm okay with that part of things.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. Well,
So the con hex does not exist anymore.
not on. It does. It's just not on any enemies at the moment.
Yeah, so it's on a corpse right now. It'll be on him when my turn rolls around again.
Right. Okay. Ooh, hang on, it didn't mark my healing word there. I
also-
suppose I'm just gonna do a repeat of last turn because it seems to be the most contribution that I can provide. So yeah, I'm gonna do a boosted healing word on
access-
Injure. The Injure doesn't
And
die
die.
horribly.
Creative.
Wow,
And
that
yeah,
almost
I'm going to continue to try and mitigate its attacks with another vicious mockery.
you just quadrupled Injur's current hit points.
Like, do you have access to cure wounds as well, or just healing word?
Only healing word. I do not have cure wounds.
Okay.
I was going to take that initially, but then I switched it out for healing word.
Yeah.
All right, mocking again, and will he make his save this time? Yes.
Also,
So
Yeah,
let me see here. So since this guy has reach, every tile in 2 spaces from him
No.
is threatening.
No. I don't know.
yes.
Once you get 10 feet away from him, he gets to his attack.
Yes.
But you can.
All right. Well, I'm going to
Except-
not be adjacent, so I don't.
Yes.
So I
That
don't
is fair.
cook.
That is fair. Yes. Yep.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
just like
fine.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're not
direct-
leaving his threat there. Yeah, that is what I meant.
Yeah.
So yes, you can move that and not set yourself on fire. Yes,
Yes, that is in fact the plan.
I figured.
Actually, Injure had 3 health.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have the same health now.
Injure, it is your turn.
All right. There was some talk about changing weapons and that taking a full turn. Is that only if I'm drawing a new weapon, or in this
Well,
case?
No. It's
that's for
manifesting a new
Hexblade shit.
weapon. That's
Okay.
That's a hexblade thing. If you wanted
that's
to,
Hexblade
you could
bullshit.
you could drop one weapon and draw another and the drawing the weapon is part of the attack action.
Yeah.
So like from the
it's-
perspective,
In this perspective, it makes sense for Injure to not use the hammer and just do 3 unarmed strikes.
those no, it doesn't make any difference. Any melee attack.
No, that's not what he's saying.
Cool.
That's not why he's mentioning that.
Oh well,
Yeah.
Cold damage.
Well, the cold damage is part of it. It's also because you specifically mentioned attacking with the metal weapon.
That
clause.
wasn't it. It's any
That was
attack.
that was something else.
It's legitimately
Okay.
if you attack it at all.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's
for
what I was-
specking cold damage, by all means, barehand it.
If
Yeah.
you want, that's the reason. That's fine. But like, if you're trying to avoid the damage, no, you're gonna get it no matter what. at this
All right.
point.
Yeah. At this point,
Here's
just
how you
simply-
avoid getting damage. Kill this fucker.
Yeah,
Get
going,
cracking.
going for the cold damage is probably the best option. So,
Sure.
All right.
All right.
so
Do your
unarmed.
Yep. Do your 3 attacks.
That'll miss.
That'll
You have
miss.
advantage for all these
Yeah.
attacks. by
Oh
the
yeah,
way.
advantage. You have advantage. Reroll.
Ooh, okay. But then I'll do
What is it? You hold shift for the thingy?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
You'll always
I'm-
feel
I-
you'll
I am
have a
declaring
plus
I am now declaring my flurry of blows.
Yep, I'm
so
shocked. Good. That'll hit.
and then
That's 16, and then
yeah,
So
26.
close to a crit.
26.
26. All right. Well,
And how much was it I take for the fire?
you'll take 5 fire damage for hitting it.
All right, minus 5.
It's a worthwhile trade.
Yeah.
Ow! All right, you have bloodied it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
All
On
right.
the one hand, I'm happy to hear that it is dropped below half health. On the other hand, all this effort and it's just below half health.
Well, I think that the only one who's really done significant damage to it has been Injir so
Okay,
far.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not done.
Yeah, I know. Here comes the follow through.
Yeah, all right.
That's why I
First
said
thing
that's
first.
not-
So it erupts in flame.
Cool.
Great.
Where is the button for it? All right, I'm going to use this. Okay, so I'm just using one of the buttons I have for this. So anything within 15 feet of it.
Oh, that's
Right.
everyone.
15.
It erupts in flame. Flame erupts out of its body. Everyone makes a dex save for can make a dex save, DC 11 dex save for half.
I'm immobilized still.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What was it you
question-
said? DC 11?
DC 11,
yeah.
Oh,
Question,
thank shit.
I'm immobilized still. Can I still make the save?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
You wrap yourself in its protective scales in order to not take fire damage.
Yeah, you are.
All right, if you save,
grappled,
you take.
not
If
restrained.
you save, take 3 damage. Otherwise, take 7.
Oh, thank God.
Poof.
to 10.
All right. Now the end of turn.
All right.
D6 fire damage at the end of turn is within 10 feet of it.
Fuck everything.
Well, your turn isn't ending right now, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's
Injure.
fine.
Speaking of which,
Fine.
injure.
Yeah. -5, so injure is at 0.
What? You're at 0 right now?
Okay, he's at 5 right now. You said it was -5.
Nope.
No,
This
no,
is a
No,
D6.
D6. D6. So
Oh,
there's.
Hey, hit point. Hurrah.
I have no regrets about the second level healing word.
You should not. Wow. 4 hit point. Take 4. Woof. All right. That is it for the deific fragment of flame.
My God.
Kalia.
Okay.
That is it for your turn, technically speaking, but yes.
All right, let's swing this fucking axe.
Yeah, you have advantage, don't forget.
14.
14 will hit, actually.
Yeah, good.
Will hit exactly, in
Right.
fact.
Oh no. Nah. Maybe.
I don't think that'll speed it up.
Yeah, you need
an
unless-
additional round
Without a
at
crit
this
or
point.
something. Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah,
I'll use it
you-
next round.
If you crit,
basically.
yeah, absolutely, but you did not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 7 damage, which means that I'm taking more damage from probably total from being near this thing. All right, so I've hit it, so I take 5 damage, right?
You take 5 damage, and then an
God,
additional 4.
good lord. Just die! Like, fuck!
Fire Memphis' turn.
Oh, so one last thing here. Yeah. So.
I guess it'll claw attack you. Technically speaking, I'm not going to roll for it now, so let me just... Actually, hang on. No, it does. The fire breath does not recharge. And Cameron has no obvious metal equipment on him, so...
No, none.
Claw attack for 15 will miss.
Yeah.
Ah!
It sure will.
If it had hit, it would have
That is-
done a fair bit of damage, but
At its turn.
that's it. Oh yeah, that's its turn.
That's it.
Yeah, they're not that
Well-
scary. The fire methods aren't scary.
Listen! If
Well-
you're bored with your opponent over there, Cameron, we can switch places!
Sure. Sure. I'll gladly swap places.
You can just hear this moan of pain from here. Like, ah.
All right. This case here, Cameron's going to take a shot and is going to try to let's see here.
I like the plan of making this thing less accurate.
Yeah. The tricky thing here is like, okay, it's going to move before either Ceto or Injir. So the question is, I'm going to make it less likely to hit Injir. I'm going to aim by doing defensive command.
Yeah, I can get away. Injir does not really have that luxury.
That will hit.
Cameron hits for 6 piercing damage. Injir has +3 to AC against attacks made to him. Actually, I just realized what's going to happen. He's going to use his tail to hit Kalia with Injir while holding Injir. Shit.
Something like that, presumably.
You don't know that.
I'm just like, Cameron's just thinking like, oh, that's what it's going to probably do, isn't it? Anyways, too late now. And then Cameron's secondary action is going to use a bonus action to second wind himself up 7 before taking the fire damage for ending his
turn. Are you
turn.
within 10?
Then he's within reach.
He's within 10, yeah.
So, all right. Yeah, you are just within 10. That's the wrong button.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Take 6.
Yeah, so I heal 1 hit point. I'm up to 31.
Net gain, baby.
All right. Cameron's gonna hold on to pressuring the method by positioning and not really move any closer and just kind of keep pacing.
All right.
And then pass the turn to Glix.
All right. So before Glix's action,
yes,
the deific fragment of flames will look at Glix not approvingly and say, "Goblin, smite my foes, strike down the follower of the traitor Mortis, and join me in glory."
Cool. I told you this. Do I need to make a wisdom save or anything?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Nothing of the sort.
I think the idea here is you're being presented with an opportunity.
Come on, dude. Don't you want to be cool? Cool people attack followers of Mortis. Don't you want to be cool? Like,
that's kind of what's happening. Yes, he's trying to peer pressure you into attacking Galia.
I'll totally do that. That's definitely happening. We'll slide the hex onto him for Khan, and then we're gonna hit him with a with Eldritch Blast, because there's no way I'm getting close to that thing.
I really don't blame you, honestly.
Look, this will help you. This will help you, buddy.
I had a plan that I took a bunch of damage. Like, nope, that plan's out the window. It requires me getting hurt.
Foolish goblin, you have given up your chance to go smoke in the hallway.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Would I lie to you? Yes.
So yeah, he Eldritch Blasts again, which looks like one of those video game ranged slashes from Zelda.
Okay. Okay. A 25 will in fact hit. Yes. 14 damage plus.
Damage.
Oh, thank God.
You know what? You
plus
fool.
Some hex damage. Only 2. You
should have done that. You should have done the other thing, because that would have been a crit.
Oh, run up and hit him?
Oh no, the other hexing thing that you can do is a hex blade.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh well.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, whatever.
I can stack that next turn. Don't worry.
I'm aware. I played a hex blade as well.
Well. Wrong. Nope. Wrong. Sorry. Bonk.
Does he explode?
No. It's alive.
Injir's just looking
he
at
can
it.
be both at the same time, Peter. Okay.
I mean, technically speaking, he did just a moment ago. You were correct.
What?
Wow, that was close, Glix.
Oh, did I almost kill him?
Yes. Take a look at his health bar.
I can't see his health bar.
Can't see the health bar.
Which is honestly, like, it's been a thing that I've...
Yeah, no, it's hidden from us.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. That is a mistake on my part.
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh, wow. I just went over to your thing. Yeah, he's got like a hit
Oh my
left.
God.
I spent a command point to reroll that damage.
Nice. All right. Anyway, it's turn.
Glix, would you like to spend? You know what? We haven't. I've completely forgotten about this. I was planning on mentioning this, and I didn't get around to mentioning this. Wait
a minute. It's big.
Oh, it's big.
Oh, it's Fury the Small.
Yes, Fury the Small, this bitch.
You're right. You got to before I got to something else. Fury the Small, the fucker, dude.
He takes 4 damage.
Takes 4 damage? That's enough. Never mind. Holy shit!
How dare you try to tell me what to do?
Yeah, basically.
I'm my own goblin with my own beliefs.
Listen, I'm gonna worship you because it's cool, but not because you say so, Dad. You're not even my dad. I'm gonna call you Dad, okay?
All right.
Well, I was gonna, but now, fuck you. You tried to tell me what to do.
All right. It screams and howls in agony and says, You, goblin! Glick Shivshank, you will be bound to an eternity of burning! Ah! And then it explodes in a column of flame vertically.
Oh, okay, good. Can we keep this method as a pet, by the way?
The method explodes.
Shit. Do I have to deck save?
Deck save, yeah.
Can we keep this thing as a pet? Fuck.
Boom! Take 7.
All right.
All right. So each of these circles, the purple circles, also erupt in a column of flame.
Thank God I wasn't standing on one.
Yeah, actually,
I was
as a
standing
matter
very
of fact,
close to one.
yes. All right. So it erupts into a column of flame.
Standing quote.
Hang on 1 second. Let me do. There we go. Erupts in a column of flame that then comes rushing back down into the circle. This is when that's when the column of flame shoot up from the purple things, which then rush back down and channel this rush of flame up towards the gate. Kalia, give me a dex save.
Yeah, cool. I've been doing great on these so far.
Both.
Yeah!
Kalia ducks under the gout of flame and takes no damage.
I haven't been doing great at any of the things that I do well in combat, but I am one ninja motherfucker in this session.
And the flame
Considering
flows
that
into...
that the theme here seems to be survive, that's exactly what you needed to do.
The flame rushes into the gate. And all of a sudden, you all feel this sense of... You all sort of... You don't actually hear it. There's no actual noise beyond the roaring of the flame, but you can almost like you can. It's a sound you don't so much hear as feel, as you feel. It feels like there's something like just some horrible tearing noise basically, but it's not actually audible. You just sort of feel it. Happens. Then you would hear an audible snap as the flame stops, and there is a swirling purple energy field in the gateway before you.
I called it.
You hear that, Bob? Eternity being eternity of burning. That's so much better than being eaten by that bitch.
Glix, two things.
We just upgraded.
Hey, Glix, 2 things. One, that thing knew your fucking name.
I don't know how.
Secondarily, while you're worried about that, help me steal all these books.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, Glix, that nagging voice in the back of your head, gone.
I don't know why. I didn't think we should loot all this stuff. We should totally loot all this stuff. Here, open up the backpack. Shove it in there.
This is not valuable in terms of fake money, but it's valuable in knowledge.
Which can be sold for money.
Whatever. So, like, Cameron's just sort of scrambling to get all the journals, like, gathered up.
All right.
And
you are scrambling to gather stuff together.
Yeah.
The ground starts to shake.
This is what I thought was going to happen.
You hear the ceilings cracking and rocks falling.
All right,
and the vault door is still locked, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Well, that makes my decision for me. I was going to contemplate whether or not to go through the portal or to finish my mission, but if we're going to die if we don't go through it, then I guess we have to go through it.
All right, you dive through the portal. I take it, all of you.
Oh yeah, like as soon as that thing opened, Cito was through it.
Yeah, I kind of figured actually. All right.
Jir's probably the last one who goes through. He's like hobbling across the room.
Oh, Kalia is picking you up.
Yeah.
Kalia went over to you as soon as like the fire dispersed because you're really
Cito will
really
throw a healing word, a level 1 healing word, just so that Injure can move.
I would say also lay on hands exists. That's plenty of hit points.
Yeah.
Right. We'll get to the hit points in a minute. Sorry. Go ahead, Cameron.
That's all secondary.
More important question for you, Peter. How many journals are there in this room?
That is a good question that I had not actually decided. But you were able to, before the bad things happen, you have to dive through. You were able to recover, I will say, roll 2d6.
Okay.
And I might give you a flat bonus on top, a bonus to it also.
10.
Okay, you recover 12 books.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, 3 per table, basically.
Basically, yeah.
You just got like a double arm load.
Yeah, and of those books,
I just dump a bookshelf into the bag.
Basically, yeah. Between you and Glix, basically, you recover a dozen of the books.
Of note, Cameron absolutely has the most recent ones he found, plus as many further back as he can, as they dive through the.
By the way, Skitch, the books you started with are the most recent ones.
Yeah. So basically, I picture Glix and Cameron being the last 2 through the portal as they're just scrambling to grab all these books.
You all dive through the portal, and as you do so, you hear the last of you, Cameron, you and Glix dive to the portal as you hear rocks falling from the ceiling in the room you're in now. And you dive through. And you end up in another room. It is very dark. It is lit only by the light from the gateway that's in the room. So you're all sort of able to barely make out anything in this sort of sickly, dim purple light that's sort of illuminating sort of the room in a cone forward and backward from it because it's in the middle of a room.
I pull out my dagger and a candle, and I ignite the dagger with itself and ignite the candle with the dagger.
Fair enough. That gives you a bit more light.
I will hand the candle off to someone who does not have dark vision. So it's probably going to be Kalia, because Kalia was more of an early arrival.
So at any rate, the room...
Here, have a fire.
Yes. You get enough light to now see that you are in what is very clearly a large room. It's very similar to that room that you the small portal that took you to this island in the temple of the old ocean god.
Mm-hmm.
Except that it's very much more fiery themed, and there's no evidence of like sacrifices or anything like that.
Yeah,
we arrived in a fire equivalent temple.
Yes. Also, the air is hot.
We didn't just go back to that other island, did we?
You have no idea.
Like,
it is something of a...
That's an in-character statement.
Oh, fair enough. Sorry, my bad.
A little too warm for that, I think. Unless we're inside a volcano. Are we inside a volcano?
It's a dry heat.
I
don't know if that means anything.
Let's see here. Okay. We might want to take a peer outside to figure out where we are exactly. But oh gosh, I was not expecting to find this stuff in that room.
One other thing, Kalia.
Yo.
You feel actually, give me a wisdom check, Kalia.
Okay.
Or if you've got the religion skill, you may make a wisdom check with your proficiency from religion.
It's the same thing, but okay.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right.
17.
Cool. You're sensing something. You basically just feel like this sort of you've got this deep feeling in your gut of guts that there's something really important in the box off there's something important to the north of you. It looks like there's you can sort of barely make out what looks like a box on an altar behind you. Like even with the candle, it's not shedding a ton of light in the room because it's a candle.
Huh.
But
all right.
The box seems important to you for some reason.
Well, she is going to trust that feeling and go towards that box.
All right.
I eat the apple.
Well, that worked out great for me. Don't let anyone tell you different. So.
All right. You open the box. And in the box is, in fact, a what looks like a scepter with it's basically a scepter with a sort of spherical head and sort of what looks like a almost like a dagger blade off the top of it, sort of in the shape of it's sort of almost sort of shaped like it's like a Chris dagger almost, except that it's sort of more flamey themed. And it looks like it's all made of copper and brass. And it feels like there are like three little gemstones on they're like three gemstones embedded on the scepter's hilt, which are three different red gems. One's a garnet, one's a one looks like one looks like a ruby, and one's some other red gemstone that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Oh, damn it.
All right, I hold the scepter aloft and declare...
Citrin, yes.
I'm going to hold the scepter aloft and declare moon crystal power! And we'll see what kind of stat boosts I get from my transformation sequence. Will this let us defeat Queen Beryl?
Well, the problem is with that means the rest of the session is just going to be the transformation sequence.
Yeah. Are we sure it's not a cinnabar? Does Kalia now have to make a poison check?
No, it is
Yeah.
not. It is not poisonous or venomous.
Yes,
It is
yes,
neither
Citrin
poisonous
was
nor
what I was
venomous.
thinking of.
All right, so
And Kali does not
but-
transform into a magic girl. Sorry, Kali.
Oh, fine.
Ooh.
gosh. Anyways, that's it. Anyways, oh, by the way, that's one particular interpretation of Warlock that's very fun to explore.
Oh
Anyhow,
yeah, absolutely. Oh no, I had a concept for a Fey-Pack Warlock that was a goblin that was a magical girl.
No, but see, here's even better.
I've seen someone did an illustration of that.
That's what inspired my that's what
Warlock.
that was in fact inspired
Yes.
my idea.
But here's the twist. It's a Warlock Barbarian.
You could do that. Sure.
Yeah.
So the transformation is when
Yeah.
the rage turns on. Anyways,
I like it.
anyways, well, yeah, like while Kalia is contemplating the cinnamon roll over there, Cameron is just sort of like getting the remaining journals from Glix and just sort of stacking them, checking dates, and kind of sorting them in chronological order as well as he can. It's just like,
So we're not. So Glix is sitting there laying like Rick. So we're not making a fort.
no, not with these. They're not going to be very good for a fort making. Also, we might be leaving here soon. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, there's one minor problem with leaving here at the moment.
There's no obvious exit, right?
You are correct.
Okay, cool. All right, so first things first, Cameron's gonna pull out his plastic explosives that he had the entire time. Don't check his character sheet. They were on there the entire time.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if we've got enough space to use those effectively anyway.
Yeah, I'm glad you have the plastic explosive because I just have the neutron laser.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, but I do have the bomb pumped orbital engine, so we could use that to leave.
Anyway,
Yeah, I have an Orion drive. It's right here. But we need nukes. I didn't bring any.
Sorry.
Anyways, so is there Cameron will look around to see if there's any other notable features of the space.
Well, yeah, as I said, there's an altar at the back of the room that Kali is at the moment. That had a box on top of it, and which had the scepter that she is currently holding. There are each of the walls has a different fresco. Frescoes, mural, tiled mural, whatever. Each was depicting some element from the sort of from Pyros's sort of the tales of Pyros, as it were.
Right.
So there's him leading an army against some deadly foe. Him in conference with a bunch of wizardly types, with him sort of being the obvious sage lead, despite that he liked wizards and hung out with them. And this is Cameron. It's like, yes, it looks like he's clearly like the sage inspirational lead. Yeah, he just liked hanging out with wizards because invocation wizards, they made things explode and burn.
Yeah.
He wasn't really much of he wasn't a super he liked academics, but he wasn't a super academic guy per se.
Yeah.
Are you describing my?
He wasn't some nerd god.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's not a god of magic is the thing. Like
he's totally a jock. Just kidding.
I mean, kinda. But he honestly he's kind of, but he also got along well with the sort of the more intellectual deities, and as I said, he liked he liked wizards. Now, part of it's because they made things go boom.
But basically, so whereas the other one we saw depictions of sacrifice and other stuff, this is simply just heroic.
Bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Very, 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 very. There's sort of There's another one. One of the others is him sort of sitting on a throne of brass, flames, holding court over a bunch of followers.
He probably has a sweater draped over his shoulder, looking kind of preppy,
Got a varsity jacket.
Yeah, it's got a Pyros with a varsity jacket is a great image, okay?
But it's a mixture of him being sage and wise. But that really wasn't really his thing. I mean, he liked to think he was, and he tried to be, but he wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. Let's be honest.
There's a few pictures of him, with a pair of spectacles perched on his nose, and he's,
with his in front of his one eye. Yes.
Yeah, and he's cupping his chin contemplatively.
But yeah, the two that are closer to accurate are the battle scenes, because he Well, he was not the sharpest tool in the shed, in terms of intellectually. He was known to be a brilliant sort of lord of battle type.
He did carry the sharpest tools in the shed.
Oh, yes.
Now I'm thinking about that. Now I'm just thinking about the ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z. It's your father was a mediocre fighter, but he was a brilliant scientist. Just
Bardock, did you finish up your science degree? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've done all my sciencing. Yes. But yeah, so Cameron's yeah, all this definitely tracks for Pyros. Wait, how the fuck did we get? Hey, Colin, what do you have over there?
I believe we have found the implement that will power the barrier.
Neat. What's it do?
I don't know.
More to the point, how are we going to get back to the barrier to power it?
That was more my question as well.
Yeah.
If we're in a similar templescape as to the one that brought us to that island in the first place, I think it stands to reason that we're still in relatively close proximity, given that we're in an old place, and it seems that this center of the known world area is about the only old place that continues to exist.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility for sure. But irrespective, it's more the matter of, it's not so much where we are, and more, how do we get out of this room?
Well, I, for one, would rather contemplate that after tending to our wounds.
Kali will actually look at Glix, as if expecting some sort of answer. You seem
like a way out of here?
You seem like the type that might be able to find such a thing.
All right, I'll poke around.
I'll help Glix.
That's a filthy Okay.
All right, give me an appropriate roll of some sort, Glix. I don't know which one. What skill?
I'm going to attempt to intimidate it.
That is not an appropriate skill.
Okay. What we're going to do is the following. Cameron and Glix are going to be working in tandem. Options that Cameron's going to propose is either. Cameron's thinking okay, we're gonna feel for any loose bricks on the walls using sleight of hand. We're gonna slide.
Actually, okay, Glix.
Yes.
Do you have Is it? I don't remember what skill. I don't remember all the skills names off the top of my head. Thievery type thing.
Sleight of hand.
Yes, I have
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you may use sleight of you may use sleight of hand, and I believe you have thieves tools now. Correct?
I do.
Give yourself advantage on the roll then. And Cameron, you may also do the same thing, or you could use investigate if you prefer.
Holy shit! We got 3 sevens. That means that's jackpot, Peter. Okay.
Well, you don't find a drawer, but a drawer does open up, and a bunch of gold falls on you.
You know what? Honestly, Glix is. You're all poking around. Glix is like, "Aha! I have found the trigger to open the door." He pushes it, and basically a small safe opens, and there's a small pile of gold coins there, about 50.
I just love.
We hear this. We see.
Shovel them in there.
We hear this ethereal music that seems to come from nowhere.
Just a safe, just like all of a sudden, like a bit of the mural sort of swings open, and you in front of a safe door, and there's a little small pile of gold inside. It is very clearly hidden safe. Well done, Clicks.
This is entirely intentional.
Of course it is. All right. After about an hour searching, Glix, you and Cameron eventually find the latch to the secret door. It just takes you a long fucking time because it is not actually obvious.
Enough time for a short rest to have passed?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
All right.
It'll be, I'm sure, one of those things where it's like, there's only so much space we could be searching.
Yeah,
so.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're allowed to spend hit dice, and don't forget the Song of Rest bonus on the hit dice you spend for when you spend hit dice.
Yep.
Which is what?
Yep, D6.
D6, yeah.
Yep.
Good, because I kind of needed that.
Uh-huh.
Woo! A whole 5 hit points.
Well, you are allowed to roll more than one hit die.
What?
Oh, yeah, I am. I'll do that.
All right. Okay, so that's 11, then plus D6. Wow, 12. That's not even quite full. Cameron will have more to heal up by when he gets his through his next time he is able to use second wind.
Yeah, we're doing okay on health, but in terms of like hit dice we've burned and spell slots we've burned and stuff, we are not really equipped for another combat. So
we're low. All you long rest guys are low on resources.
Yeah.
All right. So we do get out eventually.
Can I do this yet?
What?
Okay, I was wondering if I could do the thing where I use my key to. There we go. Because we're doing a short rest, I can just use my key first.
Yes.
1d4 plus 2. Alright, another 3 of that.
Was that the last key you had for the time being?
No, I have one key in now that we're resting. I get all my key back.
Well, I was going to say, was that the last of your key before the short rest?
That takes 2 key. I only had 3.
2. God.
Yeah. I am at 14. All right.
All right. So, eventually, as I said, you do, in fact, get the door open.
Mm-hmm.
It leads out into what looks like astonishing, like weird. You have this feeling of deja vu because it is much like the sort of altar room that you walked at that you went into the room that you got with the gate to get to the island.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The old temple of the Water King. Except again, it's an altar. It's sort of a temple room. Sort of a worship room of worship, but again, very fire themed as opposed to water themed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Tito is still checking to see if her notion of did we just go back to the other island is holding water.
It's possible. It is still possible. Yes. It is very much the warm here, though.
Yeah. All right.
Like it's in fact, it is more. Actually, it's not any hotter. Well, yes and no. Basically, whenever you can feel sort of air blowing in from down the hallway, and the air that blows in is uncomfortably warm. And you can you can actually see down the hallway to the door leading outside, and you can see this sort of almost orange glow from out there.
Oh boy.
Is it dry? Is it dry heat or is it like warm heat?
It's dry.
It's very dry.
Yeah.
It's almost like being in an oven, really.
Oh, Cameron's just sort of like saying
we're in a volcano.
Yeah. At least these books aren't made out of paper.
True. That is a plus.
It would make no sense for things near Pyros to be made out of things that are flammable. Okay. It was great about these journals. They're made of neither metal nor paper.
Yeah.
Right.
The cylinder's gene modded auto ignition off.
Good. Fine. That's fine.
So,
well, if we're doing this, Kalia is going to take a bit of time and start taking her heavy armor off.
Right.
Fair enough. That's actually a fair point.
Yeah, Cameron is just sort of need a hand with that, Kalia.
I will be fine.
All right. Oh, jeez, I'm.
It is. Glix is fanning himself with his hat.
Yeah. As an aside, I would like everybody to give me a Constitution save. Sito, I hate to say you're rolling with disadvantage.
You don't say. I'll get that to you in just a moment.
No problem.
So yeah, Cameron will just add a little bit of just like, I have to be honest, I was not expecting to find basically pristinely preserved records from the time.
That was Constitution with
Yes.
disadvantage, you said?
Yes.
Correct.
What's the key command? Alt?
Shift.
It's Alt. Whatever makes the dice.
Oh,
icon.
yeah.
Just roll it again, I guess.
No, you're
Well,
fine.
you-
Good.
All right.
You say,
Yeah, Kalia, you're feeling a little, but otherwise, no one's happy. But like, yeah, Kalia, you are tired.
yeah, but like Cameron spent a moment just like, this is, gosh.
But
Well,
those of you who sweat are dripping with sweat.
Cameron will actually say to colleagues like, well, I have an idea of exactly, more or less, how long it was after I departed from my time when the wars happened.
In this moment, Kalia is not willing to have this conversation. I'm sorry, that's just a purely in-character thing, Skitch. She's just oh my god.
Yes. Are you guys headed out of the temple? Is my next question.
Yes.
Okay. You walk down the hallway, and as you get near the door, you hear two things. You hear sort of a weird sort of rumbling, sort of hissing, sort of sounds of like crackling fire and something sort of making weird, vague bubbling noises off in the distance. And sort of hissing and crack, like the sounds of hissing and cracking stone here from time to time. And over that, off in the distance, you hear what sounds like chanting.
These guys need a decent percussion section because they are not keeping the beat.
Just thinking like entrance music begins playing out of nowhere.
There we go.
Okay. I can take lead if needed, just so I can
All right.
take a look up there.
Well, you head out. As you head out the door, you are walking to what is very obviously the caldera of a volcano.
Hey, just where I want to be. The only way this could be worse is if there's stairs. There's stairs, aren't there?
No, actually, there aren't. There's a ramp.
At least this fire jackass was civilized.
Because the salamanders. They don't have legs either.
You are correct, Eric.
Thanks, Ginger.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yes. So you head out. It is very hot, but you can sort of see it. You're sort of the lava. Basically there is lava that is casting sort of an orangey glow up, but that's not like the only source of light. It's actually it's gotten on towards evening, so it is somewhat dark. So you can really notice the sort of the light, the glow of heat, the heat sort of coming up out of the volcano. It is a sort of weirdly quasi-active, like there's lava there that's visible if you look down, but it's not like actually erupting, which is not how volcanoes actually work. Like if you could see the lava, It should be. It's sort of that means it's probably erupting, but it's not, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Off in the distance, sort of, you can sort of see there's sort of almost like enough. There's enough of a lip around the caldera that's just flat stone. It's very clearly been worked and has been leveled out. Mm-hmm. And around, so behind you is the temple, and the other side. So on sort of opposite sides of the caldera, sort of perpendicular to the temple, you see what look like very clearly sort of roads heading down, basically, on either side. And on the far side, you can see what looks like a big area that's been set up in which there is a very large stone circle. It's a gateway. It is one of the big full-size gates. It is not currently active, but it looks like from here at least fully intact. On the other side, you also see around the you see two other things. You can see sort of what look like ruined statues of Pyros from a distance. You're guessing they look like big humanoid forms that have been sort of knocked over. You can sort of make out what looks like a huge huge cyclopean head off to one side that's been knocked over. The statues have been broken down, and what had been erected in these are sort of either side of the gate. What's been erected there instead are two huge stone statues that are very roughly made, but are very clearly draconic in nature, and have been painted red. And surrounding all of this is a group of fire newts, salamanders, and kobolds, all of whom are chanting in draconic.
What are they saying?
They are praising the eternal flame, the unbending heat, the light of incineration, the primal beast of fire.
Oh god.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, time to go.
Primal beast of fire is not nearly as cool as Pyros. Anyways.
And yeah, that is. But yes, you can see what looks like a fully intact gateway on the gate on the other side.
I just like that. I'm just like, oh man, probably.
You're just like these assholes again, really?
like probably beast of fire. Primordial beast of fire never posed in yearbooks. It's not nearly as cool as Pyros.
Well, no, none of the primal beasts had anything. The primal beasts generally don't have a lot to do with most. With they don't have a lot to do with they're not they're technically kind of divine, but they are technically divine, but they aren't really gods.
Yeah,
not in
like I said.
Yeah, not in the sense that most people consider gods. I mean, they are effectively. Yeah. And some of them are much more tolerable than others.
Yeah. So, well,
the primal beast of fire is aggressive, but not the worst. It's just merely very, very aggressive and burny.
He's a bit aggro.
A little bit.
Right.
A bit chaotic, too.
All right. So...
Wait a minute, he's one of my characters?
So...
It's a giant aggressive red dragon. What do you want?
Sure. I think there's something else you were going to say, though, Peter.
Oh, is there something you want to say, Sketch, by the way?
No.
Oh,
I'm
no.
saying, like...
Oh, well, yes. The other thing you note is, as you're emerging, there is a small group of fire newts who are all wearing sort of ceremonial armor and gear and such, and they are all sort of stare up at you all agog. Oh. You emerged from the Old One's temple.
Yep. That's us.
Huh.
We're awesome.
So, I have a question. How badly are Ingir's clothes messed up? Because his clothes would clearly mark him as somebody with the
your clothing is badly singed, but it is burnt and torn, but it might still be recognizable.
Oh jeez. This is gonna get awkward.
Well, we'll see.
Are you followers of the Old One?
Kalia's going to straighten up. And she's going to Claire. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've read his book. I've read his books. I mean, they're kind of neat, but
they're a little indulgent.
I mean, I went through a phase. Everybody goes through a phase where they're into stuff they probably shouldn't be.
Okay, so you're not of the cult of the dead god. Okay.
No. No.
That makes things less problematic. Good. Good.
Were the followers of Pyros trying to interfere with whatever you all are doing over there? Like Hook's thumb.
That is just a weekly ceremony. That is all. No, the followers of Pyros have been they are
noisy.
They've been trying to entice away some of our community to join them, and they are something of a cult. Also, they worship a dead god. That seems unwise.
Well, people can be weird.
So, if you don't mind us asking, how, why, where, what?
We were actually, quick question is, where is the nearest way out of here?
I mean, they're the pathways down the side of the mountain.
Cool. Hold that. And Cam just sort of looks. I was like, I mean, we could just be on our way if it's easy enough for y'all here.
If you want to leave, that's fine. I mean, as long as if you're not here to cause us any trouble, you're welcome to leave. That's fine. If you wish to stay and rest, we can take you to one of the boarding rooms and let you rest while you all look like you've had a trying day.
Your reasonability is most appreciative. If it would ingratiate us to you any further, I don't suspect that those cultists will be providing you much difficulty in the near future.
Oh?
Quite.
Well, let's just say that it's not so warm over there anymore at this moment.
Oh.
A lot of stabbing.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. You might have heard something in the distance a moment ago, like an eruption of sorts.
Oh yes, we did hear something off to the west.
That might have been us.
Oh, okay. Yes, the high priest.
The state of our.
I will say the high priest
apparel.
did. The high priest did seem to be overtly very pleased about something that he didn't say much about. I'm not sure what it was.
Well, that's our secret to you. Okay.
Okay. Well, yes. If you'd like to come along, we can show you somewhere you can rest for a little while at least. Somewhere a little bit less warm. You all look like you were. Yeah. Come down the side of the mountain a bit.
Most appreciative for all of us, and the shore walkers over there would likely appreciate a new set of attire.
While everyone else is exchanging pleasantries, Kali is going to make sure that the scepter is hidden.
Okay. Probably a good idea, actually.
Cameron's facing about is aiding in that, probably. Just.
Oh yeah, like there's a reason that Cedo is attracting attention to herself beyond her own inclinations.
I was gonna say because she's Cedo.
Actually, you know what? Glix is just sort of like gonna sidle up to Kalia and sort of like pop open the hatch on the backpack.
She'll look down at him, and then she'll just kind of think for a second, and then she'll say, "Well, I suppose you've earned this," and she'll pop it in the backpack.
There is a brief moment where he sort of like gives you flashes a grin and 2 thumbs up, and then he just completely ignores the situation.
but Cameron's just, like, well, if you're offering, and if we and it's not a burden on anyone, I don't.
Oh
see
no.
any reason why we should. Yeah. Well.
So he leads you off, and you notice a couple of, he gestures to a couple of the other guards who go off to investigate, to poke around inside the temple. It's make sure, say, well, someone walked out of there, we should figure out what the fuck? We thought that place was empty. You are shown down off the side of the mountain to the west. Since you indicated that you were off to the west earlier.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Oh, I'm just thinking that the original Mortis Temple was to the southeast of the mountains. We went north from there.
But don't forget, we did just teleport.
Yeah. So
I thought I said the mountain was I thought I said the volcano was off to the center of the island to the east, and you guys were headed north to another mountain range. But I may have misspoken. I really should draw a map of this place for you guys at some point. Long story short, you guys were off in the the village you were in is sort of in the, I believe, if I remember correctly, the south. Hang on, let me take a look at the map here. There's a map of that I've been using that is not the. All right, yeah. There we go. Yeah, so the village you were at is on the sort of southwestern side of the island. So the volcano is sort of dead center and is therefore off to the northeast of the village.
Got it. All right.
And you guys, so yeah, it's in the rough west side, roughly.
Okay.
I may have misspoken and said to you were east of the mountain of the volcano. What I meant to say, the volcano, you had to go. You were going, if you wanted to go to the volcano, you had to go east. I may have misspoken.
It's probably possible that because it's been like 2-3 weeks since we were even talking about that.
Yeah, that's also fair. I don't remember what I said, so I fully acknowledge I may have misspoken.
Irrespective.
Yes.
Cameron's like, okay, well, lead away.
Yeah. So you are shown off down the side of the mountain. It's a bit of a walk to get to the place, but as you go down, it definitely gets less oppressively hot.
Mm-hmm.
And you asked for. Yes, and you are. You're no longer standing on the edge of the caldera of a volcano. I mean, it is still hot, but it is tolerable now. And you were all brought water and a bit of a snack and such, so you had some time to rest up before heading the rest of the way down the mountain.
Yay!
Jir's playing this all very cool and trying to be nonchalant about everything, not draw attention to himself.
Yeah, that's why I'm suggesting, like, oh yeah, I'm sure the shorewalkers would like a change of clothes.
Yes.
Oh, well, Kalia, this doesn't even occur to her.
Yeah.
Do. Got my holy symbol on my neck. Do.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Yep.
God. That's a god of dead. Difference.
Yeah, it's not directly opposed.
No.
Yeah. I mean, are we getting cleaned up, like taking a bath and shit?
If you want to, you can. There is enough water for that if you want to wash up, at least wash your face.
Tito hogs the bath.
Oh man, is it the long-awaited bathhouse episode?
Make room, sploosh.
It's not really a bath. There's enough room to like wash up, but they don't have a bathtub per se.
This is more like Dragon Ball, where it's just like an
oil drum.
An oil drum.
But you can basically, there's enough water to wash up. They brought extra because Zito is large and of aquatic nature, so they're like, yeah, probably don't want the merwoman to dry out completely.
That's fine. She likes it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Good for the skin.
It's sort of all of the water being splashed about and it hits the floor and sort of bursts. It eventually turns to steam. It's kind of like a sauna in here, weirdly, but not quite as hot.
So,
quick little prestidigitation to patch up my clothes.
Yep. Injir. Some of them do look at you up and down, sort of shake their heads, but don't say anything because they're like, whatever.
He's what a dork. It's like.
No, he's a follower of the Primal Beast of Water, and that is opposed. But it's a case of
he's not going to start shit. They're not going to start shit. That'll be fine.
It's a case of he's not you're not basically Injir. You're not a threat.
Peter,
there's one of you.
Peter, here's an analogy. It's a bunch of Yankees fans looking at a Mets fan being like,
Kinda, yeah, actually.
Well, he's not a Sox fan.
Exactly. Well,
like he's not a Sox fan, and he's also not a threat. I mean,
how cute! He thinks it's 2000.
that one time the Primordials got Bartolo Colon to bat for them somehow after he retired, he hit a home run. Just amazing.
It's like, what? He's a Browns fan? Leave him be.
As relevant.
Leave him be.
No, that's not really as relevant. That'd be a Detroit Tigers fan would be the reference you would want to make.
Or a Texans fan.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyways, is there a moment for the party to debrief?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah. So when there's finally a moment when we don't have some of these followers around.
Oh yeah, they eventually leave you be for a while. They set up guards outside and say, "Rest here as long as you like."
Cameron's gonna rub his head and be like, "Well, that turned out to be a bit more fruitful than I think I was anticipating, at least."
I do not regret the journey, although I did not particularly enjoy it.
No.
I mean, we did find a bunch of gold in there, so that's pretty cool.
Hey, listen, okay? If that makes you happy, it's great.
It does.
For me, these and he sort of pats the dozen journals that are like stacked up is way more valuable than whatever gold you have right there, Glix.
So you think we could sell those too?
Probably not. I have a sneaking suspicion there actually might be some individuals, if they know about what's contained in these, would want to destroy them as soon as possible, is my suspicion.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, if it's a matter of finding a collector, I could find a collector once we get back to civilization, but
Andrew just kind of nods at camera. It's like, yeah, sometimes that'll happen at the temple. Find a book with some weird stuff in it, take it to the elders. They're like, this never happened, and it's gone.
Yeah, like Cameron will just be like, this is. If I were a historian, and I'm not saying that I am, this is probably some of the most important documentation that one could find from the ruins of that academy.
I thought you were a historian. Aren't you from the past?
I am.
He's historic.
He's historical, not historian.
Yes. Listen. I am.
He doesn't seem all that. He doesn't seem all that crazy to me. Don't be that. Don't be mean.
Listen,
that's hysterical. That's when he's funny.
Listen. You could
that's an Eric line, Myra. What up?
Cameron would just be like, listen, if you brought me on an antique roadshow, I would be of a particular vintage that would garner a high value. I'm not going to deny that. But that being said,
did you just call yourself a gilf or something?
No, I'm just an antique, is all I'm saying. My vintage is of an older time. But Cameron will say these are first-person documentation of research that was being done before the war between the gods.
Okay.
And there's two bits of information that I have gleaned from it from initial glance that is of note. One, I now have a loose idea about roughly how long it might have been after I left, and that before the war happened.
Okay.
And secondarily, the researchers at that academy were literally studying the portals. Just
the gates.
The gates. They were literally studying the gates and trying to discern what they were, how they worked.
Twice now, we've come across some form of divine avatar.
Mm-hmm.
And once it was defeated, it powered one of the portals.
Oh, so maybe the portals are made by killing gods?
I don't know if they are necessarily powered by the death of a divinity or the death of a divinity's avatar, but it does seem to suggest that they are powered in some form by them. which would lead me to suspect that might be a reason why, well, things happened the way they did.
It might indicate that the research going into the gates, either in and of itself or because of something that was discovered, may have led to the war.
I think that might be the case. It also suggests to me that at the very least, Pyros might have been cognizant of the research going on, because this was being done at a facility that, was associated with him.
You need the divinity to open and power these gates. It would seem to go without saying that the gods were involved somehow.
Yeah, I'm basically, that's the reason
If
why
that
I
is
had
the case, then they, I'm sure they made fine for transportation.
Yeah, the Cameron sort of knows, like, that's the reason why I had to steal as many of those journals as I could before we got out, because there might be more information that's relevant to glean from it. And in all honesty, it's a little comforting to read text that was contemporary for my time.
I just want to say it's humorous to imagine Cameron just carrying like a giant stack of those things and just running towards the portal. Some of them are falling off and everything.
Keep in mind, it's Cameron and Glix. Both of them are like holding like stacks of books in their arms and then jumping through.
Glix has one like balanced on his head underneath his hat.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Glix is holding one. Glix is holding one with his mouth.
Just a great image.
Yeah. But Cameron's like
he's got the pointy teeth. He's got a good grip.
And then Cameron will say, "It makes me wonder, though. Wonder if there are any other academies that are still standing in even partial outside of this region here."
There are various repositories of books around the world. Obviously, I come from one. Chances are good that some of them survived.
Now, Cameron then just curiously asks, "Are any of them in this style, though?" As he sort of points to like the basically the Prism journals is what.
Yeah, you just kind of looks over. It's like, that's not anything I ever worked with, but that doesn't necessarily mean there wasn't. They don't have them there.
Looks like some of the fancy stuff that you got with your gun there. You're pretty much the only one that I've seen use that gun that uses that kind of gun.
Yeah, Cameron will just nod. It's like, yeah, it's all predicated on similar technology, light refraction and otherwise. This is just, there's other reasons why this stuff exists, as you surmised. Being in a room where you have a god of fire around means sometimes you want to make sure that the book doesn't burst into flames if it's nearby something. So, and metal, well, that'd be equally problematic. Also, metal is a little bit rougher to work with for writing. This stuff is great.
It's also heavy.
Yeah. So, and Cameron will also note this, these here, he checks like, so this is about 50 physical pages, which means it's going to be at least 250 actual pages worth of materials per journal. So, I'll be spending most of my time dissecting these as I can, and if anything of interest comes up, I will obviously share. But then there's the stuff that those followers of Pyros were saying about Mortis and that stuff.
I mean, it's pretty much the same shit we hear a lot, like grr, betrayer, blah blah blah. Who cares?
It's actually very interesting because of my own religious beliefs. They didn't bat an eye towards I, so maybe she had the submerged voice wasn't one of the betrayers involved.
Well, the betrayers were,
I mean,
specifically to Pyros. I don't think that the followers in this volcano really care much about Mortis. Much like followers of Pyros probably would have some anonymity towards Mortis, given what's the outcome of the events were.
What was the other one? They talked about Terra. Wait a minute, didn't we kill a Terra avatar like with the
No,
tree?
that was the other one.
That was the primal. That was the primal beast of nature, of life.
Oh, okay.
Eukaryotes.
Yeah, Eukarya.
Yeah.
And there was a more
I don't much
craft.
keep track of that. Of all your cosmologies and religions and stuff.
What was the
I do. It's in the notes.
the group that greeted us when we originally came here? They were primarily about the primordial of water, right?
When you came to the island, yeah.
Yeah.
Although they called her She Who Swims.
Yes.
Right.
I'm not sure what the
Either way, I'm noticing a bit of a pattern here.
Yeah, well, the Primordials, it seems like the Primordials don't seem to have quite the same attitude towards how things pan out. They may have had a different relationship to the war when it happened, if any, in particular.
Well, yeah, they're not in the pantheon of gods, so they're just kind of outside of all of this horseshit.
Sort of.
Whatever.
I mean,
it seems to me like they're just kind of not involved in any of the politicking, and they just kind of exist as forces of nature.
Sorta. So this is again for the characters who do know things about do know about the cosmology. The primal beasts did fight against the old gods during the war, but they were never allies of the old gods either. So not really betrayers.
Yeah,
I see.
Good point.
Whereas Terra and Mortis were part of the pantheon.
Yeah.
So so there was no changing really of allegiance. It was just the primordial beasts were like, yeah, this seems like the good thing to do for us. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it also raises the question, like, because based on people who are basically for people in the current contemporary, I would be curious about Cameron would be curious about what the records or lore would suggest about who started the war.
That is actually unclear.
That is something, and that's where
I will say, as a general assumption, most of the clergy of this time interprets things that the current pantheon were in the right, because of course they do.
Well, yeah, but being in the right is not the question being asked. Of course.
Oh no, I know. I'm very aware.
Yeah, and Cameron has other attitudes and stuff otherwise, and I think justifiable reasons for those positions,
absolutely
sure. But like he's just sort of like this. Yeah, Cameron will just sort of again just surmise. Well, in any case, there is plenty that I'm going to have to unpack here. I assume once we're able to set out tomorrow, we should be able to get back to that temple once we get our orientation, and that will take care of what you need to do, right, Kalia?
Speaking of which, Kalia is like holding like a wet cloth to her forehead still at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to be kind of like just kind of taking a look at the scepter that they retrieved.
Okay.
Because she is at this point under the impression like, okay, this is what I came for. But wouldn't hurt to check.
Yep.
Or we actually go all the way back.
So. Oh, well, you have time to investigate it a bit if you would like. Because, yes, you've had multiple short rests to poke around with it a bit.
Yeah. Did I clarify what the magic item rules are, Peter, when it comes to like at least attunement related stuff?
I forget the exact specific rules, but like you can get at least. I believe that as long as you have time to investigate it during short rest, you can glean the basic information on a magic item, if I remember correctly.
It's either that, or you get to know basically the entirety about it. It basically is akin to.
We're calling it being at the latter, yeah.
It is largely that. For most normal magical items, I would say it's definitively the case. This is not a normal magical item.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, so, but yeah.
I will say, what you're able to piece together about the scepter is, The main thing is that each of the little gemstones activates a different function of the scepter.
Here's a thought.
Yep.
Can Cameron assist in investigating the scepter?
Probably.
All right.
But the long short of it is, one of the gemstones causes it to elongate into a spear. For those of you who've seen the second Mummy movie, yes, it opens into a spear.
It opens into a spear. And for whatever reason, it doesn't just pop back in like a prop spear or something.
Right? No. Well, it's magic.
Just like that movie in the room we found it. There's literally a depiction of a guy doing the instructions.
Here's how you do it.
I mean, literally, this is a
Step
case of
one.
Push button, click. Woof.
There's like a set of instructions for assembly and stuff.
I remember the gemstone I was trying to think of, carnelian.
Ah, carnelian. That's probably it, actually, yes.
Yeah, not citrine.
Yeah.
That's like...
all right. So, if one of the other buttons causes the blade on top of it to become fiery, like fire comes up around it.
Whoosh.
Yep. Yes. The third button, the blade on top retracts, and two blades come up out of the side of it, turning into a battle axe, basically. That also, if you push the first button, the flamey button, make it flamey.
All right.
So it's either it's either a spear or a battle axe, and it can be fiery.
Yeah. Hey.
All right. So this Power Rangers ass weapon.
Yes, it has. It does have other functions, but you have not been able to figure them out yet because it is technically an artifact. It is basically, for those of you who are in the know, it's basically a rod of lordly might.
That's exactly what I was thinking of what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll figure out that it fits together with 4 other weapons to turn into the giant bazooka.
Oh, and if you play it like a flute, synthesizer noises come out, and a giant robot dragon comes out of the ocean.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Cameron's just observing things, trying to assess the tech of it, and such, while Kalia is investigating as well. So you think this might be good enough for what you're looking for, Kalia?
I would assume so. I've just had a feeling about it. She's also going to just kind of be examining it, and I guess like comparing its iconography, I guess, to the temples that we have.
It is very much got Pyros' iconography all about it.
Yeah. All right. I think that'll work then. She's not going to feel too bad about having this thing go bleh. So.
Yeah, Cameron will be like, can I at least just do a quick sketch of it for posterity's sake, just in case it's consumed by whatever process we're going through.
That's kind of the plan, isn't it?
Well, my position is that this might be the only item of its kind, so at the very least, I'd like to have a record of what it was. So, just in case. And Cameron will just spend some time in his personal journal, like doing almost like a simple technical drawing of it and documenting what was found out about it.
Yeah. It is basically a rod of lordly might, yes. I was just double checking the actual notes and the actual rod of lordly might for 5th ed. I'm like, yep, that's basically what it might even have some of the other functions that Lord might actually has.
Ooh, it'd be tempting. Yeah.
It's like a ladder.
That's not the really crazy one, honestly. The fact that it's a battering ram.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Look, it just folds out and produces additional mass, okay?
Well, it's magic.
That's why it's called magic. Magic.
Yeah, Cameron will just be like, well, I guess we might, once we get, rested up and otherwise, we should sleep for the night here and then move on in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
During all of their other investigatory manner stuffs, Cito is soaking as best she can, both absorbing the water and the information from the
tablet.
From the crystal. I'm desperately trying to not refer to it by an FF14 term.
It's very
Because it's basically the same thing.
It's very much like just applying lots and lots of burn ointment.
Fair. That's fair.
I will refer to it as a Christome.
Yeah, just soul crystal.
Tome. Christome. Yeah.
As opposed to Pristomes, which is what, Cameron has. It's like, okay, well, I got Cameron's like, okay, Glix, I could read you a very boring bedtime story by just reading one of these, or reading these research notes to you.
Yeah, that sounds really boring.
It'll help you sleep.
I can sleep just fine. I mean, wouldn't it be better to tell a really awesome Christmas story?
Wait, what?
Christmas? You still celebrate that?
Yeah, it's where everybody gives you presents.
It's weird. It used to be called Crispmas because the sound of the paper, but then people somehow turned that P to a T, I guess, in translation years down the line.
No. Crispmas is when you get potato chips.
What?
Yeah.
You call them now?
They used to be called they used to be called chips, but yeah.
This is the dystopian future.
You really thinly slice potatoes and then you deep fry them. It's delicious. Everybody likes it.
Cameron looks at the camera, like, I don't want to be part of this world anymore. But Cameron's going to be reading as much as he can before turning in for the night, unless anyone wants to.
You are able to do so. All right.
Christmas is that time of the year when all the followers of Mortis just show up in order to haunt billionaires and point at stuff ominously.
they go LARPing. They go LARPing at the financial district.
Except they're not LARPing.
No, because they're going as the followers of Mortis are going moo.
Okay, I have a little aside here, but I'll wait.
Stop being an asshole.
Yeah.
You can't take it with you.
No, you really can't.
I will note just as a very off aside before we move any further. In the Strixhaven book, there is a LARPing club that you can join as an extracurricular.
Of course there is.
But more importantly, one of the skills associated with it is animal handling, which I'm still wondering why. Why animal handling?
I don't know.
For the furries. It's entirely for the furries.
That doesn't explain it.
Maybe they have horseback riding as part of the LARPing.
Possibly.
Yeah, like horseback riding, or maybe just having a dog and having the dog act as the ranger's animal companion or some shit.
Still, there's many other options that could be chosen, but
it just lets you interact better with people's personas. It's fine.
That's how animal handling works. Anyways,
why is it not performance?
No, that's when you're acting as your persona. That's different.
Okay. You're projecting over there, Eric.
There's a lot of curiously insistent uses of the second person coming out of your mouth.
Yes. Is this what you say to yourself when you look in the mirror? You're not your persona. You're not your persona.
you are not your persona.
Just because I dress up like a giant fucking sea slug when I have sex does not mean I'm a furry. I'm a slime.
It just means you have an oversized condom.
Jesus Christ!
That is a Naked Gun reference.
Yes.
Yes. But also, Very good.
Well done for the deep cut. Well done for the deep cut.
Well done. Anyways, back to D&D.
Yeah. So, anything happened during the night? I guess.
No, really, it's the night is well. Actually, no, something does happen during the night. Sorry, I apologize. At some point during the night,
vision.
Nope, no visions. No, during the middle of the night, whomever is awake during the middle of shift, actually, none of you can fail to notice this. Even those of you asleep, you are woken up by this. You all hear a deafening sort of screeching roar from the sky that wakes everybody up. And you see a bright light sort of as like, and you hear this rushing roar of flame.
I set the alarm at the wrong time, didn't I?
And you can hear the sound of giant leathery wings flapping. And then sort of hissing noise, and the entire mountain shakes briefly.
Cito is going to look towards the whatever the nearest host would be, traveling if necessary, and say, "Is the master of the house in?"
You notice that there's none of the guards are here at the moment. They may have gone somewhere.
Glix is currently hiding. He can do that as a bonus action.
Well done.
He just pulls the covers up over his head.
Nope, not here. Nope.
Under the covers, monsters can't touch me.
Cameron is like at the door by like where Cito is, rubbing his eyes like,
Well, if you look towards the top of the mountain, you can see a gigantic dragon's head looming over the top of the mountain.
How gigantic are we talking here?
I think it's not gigantic so much as colossal.
Yeah.
So it's bigger than a bread box. Got it.
Yeah, it is the biggest goddamn dragon you have ever seen.
I thought you were gonna say, Peter's the biggest goddamn bread box you could think of, manifested as a dragon.
Yeah. No, totally.
Oh man, there's a great picnic in there.
Like no. This dude, he's the breadwinner.
It is utterly not paying you guys any attention whatsoever, obviously.
Oh, you don't say.
Like Cameron's just gonna be my seat, and you're like, oh, well.
And it seems to be looking down towards the sort of general gate area.
Like,
all right.
Well,
Injir is very much annoyed that his fellow dragon has not acknowledged his presence.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you go talk to it. You go. Pushes you
Well,
out from like a green arm
from way down below
the rock and pushes Injir towards the dragon.
Just like you hear it hears it from down below. I was like, what the? Come on! Hey, dude, leave me hanging, dude.
What's his little bitch here saying? Is he saying something? Hey! Yeah,
I'm walking here.
But Cameron will say to us like, well, I'm sure that our hosts here are definitely proud of the fact that what they worship actually visits them. It seems.
It could also just be an avatar, technically, I guess.
Maybe.
That's a rather grandiose effort for an avatar.
It's not.
That's a
Avatar's compensating for something, anyways.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen this thing previously.
It's sort of astonishing. No, yes, actually, that's one of those. Wait a minute. How have we not seen this before?
All right.
It's like the primal beast of Earth.
It's born from our nightmares. Stop dreaming about it.
Everyone, go back to sleep. It'll be gone when we wake up in the morning.
Should I put my jacket on?
Yeah, Kali is putting on her shoes and stuff. Like she's not getting ready for combat because what's the point?
No, that's a no.
If that thing really wanted to throw down, there'd be no point in equipping a damn thing.
No, it would expend like one minor action to kill me or something like that.
It would use special actions that do not exist in the game to do that.
Yeah, basically.
Cameron's like, whether we're fighting or we're running, I need to put my jacket on.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: it has no stats.
Kalia wants to go
Oh
and
God, it's invulnerable. No stats means you can't kill it.
Exactly.
Wait. No stats means that every attack will hit it though, because it has no armor class.
No.
You stop that.
No.
At any rate,
all of its stats are yes and no, depending on what Peter decides.
Long story short, don't fight the. You should not fight the thing.
It's like, can I seduce it? No. Can it seduce me? Yes. Oh, okay.
Well, it won't, but it can.
It's like if that's your goal, there's a very specific kind of relationship that is going to be.
Will it seduce me? No. It will just kill you. Oh, it's not fun.
Not supposed to be.
Slay the dragon, not lay the dragon.
Bum. Anyways, the dragon. It's mostly.
As the bard, I have some concerns about this.
Yeah, go ahead, Peter.
Basically, you can hear basically from time to time, hear sort of chanting and such. Then you hear a rumbling roar from the dragon. Those who speak, it is speaking Draconic, but it's sort of hard to make it out because it's loud and echoey and
probably also archaic.
Also, yes. And a little while later,
the whole death metal voice.
Kind of. No, it's just more boom. It's more booming than that. It's not.
I think an apt description here would be that this is basically Mettaton talking to the faithful.
Pretty much.
Well, it's one of those things also where we're a ways away from it, so even if something is really loud, it's hard to make it out clearly.
Yep. So, and after about 15, 20 minutes or so, you can sort of see the dragon's head sort of nod slightly, and then it sort of curls up and sinks down below the lip of the caldera and disappears.
Huh.
Oh, just checking in to go to bed. Okay. I think we should follow suit.
You're just thinking about this, like, maybe that's how it got over the ocean. I don't think she, the submerged voice, would appreciate a avatar of. I don't have any fire names. The divine beast of fire. Flying over the ocean.
It's using
Original.
They have the heated wing.
Yeah. Using magma lines to travel.
It's basically the unquenchable flame is one of its main.
I like that one. I'll write that down.
Yeah, the unquenchable, the ultimate drink for the unquenchable flames.
Are you guys all drinking? It just shows up. Are you guys all drinking your Sprite?
Are you hydrating?
Well,
gets back in the bath.
I guess I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if anyone shows back up with their post or not.
No, they don't actually.
Well, I'm gonna go taking a look then.
No, go ahead.
Cameron's gonna go with.
You guys headed up the mountain to go take a peek into the caldera?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
How steep is this mountain?
He was talking to somebody, okay?
The path is it's a not super steep path, but it's lengthy because it does switchbacks a lot, so it's not like impossible to walk up.
Yeah, and again, it's ramps, so
it is all ramps. Yes. Again, salamanders.
Oh yeah, sure. It is ramps. It's also still uphill.
Oh, it's uphill and long.
Also, salamanders are a bit more suited for land than merfolk.
They are. Also, they're much more suited for moving around near a volcano. What's your point?
Yes. So, yeah, Cito's going to pass on this.
I don't blame you one bit.
Yeah. I mean,
all right, after a little while...
This is suicidal and impulsive. I'm in.
I think I will say that if there's anything of interest outside of the sleeping quarters in the area, Cito will poke around with that.
There's not really. It's sort of it's a rest. It's more of a. It's not really intended for a rest sleeping quarters. It can sort of serve as one. It's sort of a way station on the way up the mountain.
Okay.
But there's room to sleep there because, like, if there are hired pilgrims or what have you, absolutely they should have somewhere to rest. Especially they should have somewhere to rest, and for the non-fire newts, kobolds, and salamanders who are followers of our Lord, the unquenchable flame, they should have somewhere to rest that's not like on fire.
Yeah, actively unhealthy.
Yeah.
All right, then in that case, Cito is going to go and resume her just sleep, because you know what? With all that shit going on, if something is going to manage to sneak in, now is the time, and she welcomes it.
Fair enough. All right, so you guys, those of you who head up to the top of the mountain, do so, and you're at the top again.
All right, we take a look in.
Things have quieted down. It looks like the ceremony is over. There's no more chanting. People have gone back about their business or what have you. You see no signs of a dragon inside the caldera.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no dragon. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, not visible.
I can't remember.
Might be down below the surface of the lava.
Right.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Did we all have a stupid dream?
No.
Even if it was a dream, I think that there was purpose in it.
Yeah. So.
Nah, dreams are filled with lies because they're given to you by fairies, and fairies always lie.
What?
I mean, no, Eric, they don't lie. They just don't tell you the truth.
The same thing. They can't speak falsehoods, but they lie with every breath.
So they're okay. So they're okay. Anyway,
Is there anyone around up here?
There are people around here. Yeah, they sort of nod at you and walk along.
Excuse me.
Yes.
So, we were roused by our sleep by some. What just happened up here?
Oh, the
Yeah, we saw
unquestionable
a dragon.
yes, our Lord, the unquenchable flame, arrived and landed, had a discussion with the High Priest, and then retreated below the surface of the caldera for the night, or until it decides to rouse itself again.
Right.
How often does he do that?
As often as he deems fit.
Okay.
At will.
Who is to question the
Wisdom.
the wisdom, the desires and wisdom of one such as he?
I mean, you always question authority.
Kali is going to kind of like narrow her eyes a little bit, and she's just going to say, "And he is your god."
This is the unquenchable flame, the great beast, the great dragon of flame. Yes.
I'm going to assume at this point that this is setting off alarm bells in Kalia's head.
Well, it's the primal beast of fire.
Does she think that can actually possibly be the case?
Theoretically, possibly. I mean,
From
what you understand, all the primal beasts are actual, have actual physical bodies that they
Okay.
like the primal beasts, several of them are dragons, and very ancient ones, from what you understand. You've never seen one and you're thinking about it, you're like, why does it like until now maybe? It's like, how have we never seen these?
Yeah, that's more of the question. Like, during all this time we've been on this island, this is the first time we've seen or heard.
Like, the primal beast of water, I guess, because it's a water dragon. It's probably underwater a lot of the time, and you don't go underwater very often. But like big red flying red dragons tend to be fair.
Yeah, so...
From what you vaguely remember is the primal beast of Earth is a giant land turtle of some sort, but you can't remember anyone ever seeing it.
Adamantoise.
And again, not giant, colossal is the correct word.
It still applies, and
I'm not
about the fall.
No. That's what's crazy about it. It swims through the earth.
Of course.
Shit. Sweet. Anyways,
It's a Zorn.
Trying to be all pedantic.
Anyways, yes.
but Cameron will just sort of nod alongside, like, oh yeah, sure, that'll make sense.
So, do they have like a hoard here? Do they have a lot of treasure?
I do not know.
Cameron just sort of like looks at Glix.
It is not something we have thought to ask our Lord. Ask our Lord. It is not our business. If he does, then he does. If he doesn't, then he. I am certain that he has a hoard somewhere. I just do not know where it is.
It was the 50 gold we stole. Oh, damn it! They looked under my mattress.
One could argue the entire mountain is his hoard. I mean,
it's like, well, time for my most precious treasure. These middling 50 gold pieces. Wait, they're not there? What the fuck? Hey,
He's gonna retire off that.
Who touched my stash? Okay, it's
If
not
we're going
cool.
that route, then I like to imagine that the hoard is less like the actual prize and just like doing the slot machine itself. Actually,
No,
a gambling addict, but
Oh my
trying
God.
to make a slot machine in this age. Good luck. Values the machine very highly.
This dragon is old enough, remembers the old world, and therefore it was a crypto bro. It's all in Bitcoin on a server.
No.
Is this what destroyed the ancient people?
No.
But like Cameron just will just sort of look to the others like, is there anything else you want to ask, Kalia?
Have you informed your lord of, well, our actions, or did he have any interest in that?
The high priest mentioned that there were visitors, and the unquenchable flame said, "Oh, that's nice."
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we should have asked if there was like a bounty or something. Too late anyway. I don't care that much. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's probably bedtime.
Yeah, I mean, I think we woke up in the middle of the night, so...
You did.
Yep. All right, well, yeah, I think we're all reaching the same conclusion. Like, all right, if it's not going to bother with us, then I guess we'll leave it the fuck alone, so...
Yasuda came to this conclusion very quickly.
Kalia,
worth the effort to discern it, so she just assumed and went to bed.
Well,
Yeah.
Kalia also did come up here because she was like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of different things that I'm going through might have some sort of meaning behind them, so I might as well take a look at least.
Fair enough.
Cameron's gonna be like, maybe I'll level up by the time I wake up in the morning, whatever that means.
Jir is very much like he went outside, saw the dragon, was annoyed that the dragon didn't acknowledge his presence, felt snubbed, went back to bed.
I mean, you weren't in the concert area. You were out. Listen, bro. Okay, you weren't in the festival parameter, so it wasn't looking at you. So yeah,
I guess it brings
No,
a new
man,
brings
it's
a new
on
meaning to the term
you.
Firefest.
man, Firefest, man, Pyrefest. You know.
The Eternal Firefest.
Now, there you go. Anywho, yeah, it is. Yeah, nothing else happens during the night.
We just hear. We hear a bunch of psychedelic trance just blaring for the
No,
rest of the night.
fortunately, you
Just
do
like,
not.
They don't have a rave for the rest of the night?
They do not.
Oh, shit. That's lame.
Well, I wonder what it's going to be like when these
Why
guys
do we even
feed us.
come here? Jeez.
You
I
didn't
wonder what
choose
it's going to be
remember?
like. I wonder what it's going to be like if these guys feed us. Is it just going to be like a single slice of cheese on a...
The world's worst cheese sandwich.
Yeah, they give you,
At the very least, it would be fondue.
no, they give you like bread and cheese, and they're like, "What? You are gonna toast your own sandwich?"
Anywho, it is morning.
If they do have cheese, there would be very easy access to grilled cheese around here. At least, yes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can sort of like, find a rock and just go. Anyways, it is morning. It is still very hot, very dry. And you head down the mountain. And honestly, I think as much as I could go a little bit further, I think this is actually a really good break point. So I think we'll wrap for the week here because I want to do a little bit more work for the trip back to the temple and for what happens at the temple.
Yes.
Sounds good.
However, I am going to... so, important note is I think this is a really good point for you all to level up.
Oh,
Hooray!
We did just go through a lot.
You
so.
did. It's a big dramatic point happened. I could argue that we could wait for Kalia to get to... You guys get back to the temple and deal with Kalia's thing. But I think that's so here's what's going to happen. You guys will level up. With level 5, I'm going to be giving out you'll be getting some sort of some sort of little narrative storyline, sort of all you will be getting at some
Cookies.
point. So narrative character cookies, mechanical for your characters. Words is tied to the information she got from the slab.
Okay.
Kalia will receive hers when she completes the whole trial, the whole thing with the temple. I know what those two are definitively. I have to work out exactly what. Cameron, you'll probably pick yours up through study of the text you nicked.
Yeah.
And I've got to work out what I want to do for Ingir and for Glix.
All right.
I will talk with both of you at some point about that.
Sounds good.
I think with Glix, it should definitely be involved with Bob, who kind of just consumed a very powerful being.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh no, yeah. Bob has now slain two fragments of deific fragments, basically.
Yeah, Bob's getting big.
Yes,
Bob has new britches and they are very large.
I have a feeling like Glix just got hellish rebuke.
Oh, you're walking around like a Bobby Big Bulks.
Yeah, hellish rebuke is
actually.
Oh,
that's not a terrible idea for like a class feature, like like once per encounter or per day you can basically cast Hellish Rebuke for free.
That's an option.
Might be something along those lines. We'll work it out. But notably, Sita will have figured out a new cantrip that is usable as part of a ranged attack with a weapon. That involves stuff having to do with teleportation stuff, because she has information on gates and such in her head.
Everything she's always wanted.
Yes. And Kalia, yours is going to basically be something akin to Divine Challenge from 4th Ed.
Sweet.
To make you a better tank. Make you a better tank, basically. I say, you fight me. Anywho, well, I'll work out the exact details. Anyways, that's going to do it for this week, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had fun. And I will be back. We'll be back, hopefully, I think next week, hopefully?
Yeah, should be.
Okay, great.
I believe so.
So, if those of you watching YouTube, thank you for watching. We'll be back in a week or so. And take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your week.
Of your time space.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.